What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another edition of Cappers Nation Live. We're here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. It is a beautiful hump day. Where is the camel? What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Break out them brooms, baby. Break out them brooms. If you're on my personal plays, you've been buying a lot of brooms lately. 3 straight days we've been sweeping. 4 out of the last 5 we've been sweeping. Should have been 5 straight. That damn Saturday 3-1 killed a perfect 5-day record. But hey, we'll take 14-1 any 5-day stretch of the year. We'll just keep it going today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Live show yesterday. Free plays were off the hook, as the board says, and we'll have to clean that one up and get it ready for today. Mount St. Mary's and Bryant over 133. We cashed that one, baby. Miami and Pitt over 135.5. We cashed that one as well. We should have actually went 3-0 in free plays, but how the Capitals gave up a monster lead, especially late in the game, is beyond me. I actually went to bed thinking we swept the board on free plays, and I went back and I looked at a ticket, and I was like, wait a second, I should have about $1,000 more in that account. And in another account, I should have hit a nice little parlay. Nope. Caps did us dirty. Caps did us dirty. Right, Lars, definitely. Soccer yesterday. How about that soccer? Game of the week winner, baby. Game of the week winner. Braga 3-0 victory. They were up 2-0 at the half. Even had a goal taken away in the first half. Nice, easy winner. Soccer yesterday. The soccer package went 1 win, a half of a push, and a half of a loss. We'll take it. It's still positive and putting money in your pocket. Premium plays, a little bit of a rough day yesterday. I actually really liked the premium plays that got put out yesterday and thought they started out great. Mount St. Mary's, Bryant over. Notre Dame let us down. Ended up making a nice big comeback after being down big. Ended up winning, I think, by 3, but that doesn't cover the spread or cash tickets. Fullerton, what a major letdown. Cal State Fullerton against Cal Poly. And then good old Gonzaga down big, battles back to win by 10, laying 14. I did cash a nice little live wager on them. I got them at -5.5 and -3.5 at one point. Jared, how about Juventus? I wasn't on them yesterday. I was not on them. Uno family at BYU plus the 14. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Soccer is locked and loaded for this morning. And it's going to be another good day of soccer. My personal plays are already out. Ooh, they're already out. We might have an early action one. But I will tell you this much. Keep those brooms handy, fellas and ladies. Because we're going to sweep the board again. I feel it. It's coming. It's coming. Mr. Engel, thanks for jumping back on board the soccer package. Mr. Myers, thanks for jumping on board my personal plays. Lewis, Albert, both of you, thanks for jumping on board the March Madness package. As well as everybody else. Jesus says, let's go with the soccer. I'm on it and we are sweeping. I definitely like what they put out. But when you're just that hot, I guess it doesn't even matter if you really like it. When you're hot, you're hot. Look at, you take a look at, talk about being hot. And when you're hot, things just go your way. Oral Roberts and North Dakota State. The over 145.5. I have to tell you, I have no clue other than a miracle and an absolute shit pile of points in the second half. Were we able to cash the over 145.5? What was there? 65 first half points? Somehow, some way, when you're hot, you're hot. We got 82 in the second half, led by a 52-30 rout of the second half. North Dakota State may not have won the game, but they made it a game, which allowed us to cash the over on my personal plays, which gave us the big 3-0 sweep, which allowed me to hit a nice 4-teamer, which I posted on Twitter. 4-teamer paid me a nice $4,000 and change. I'll see if I can load it up into the, actually I can't load it up into the live chat because I'd have to log back in and do it this way. I'll see if I can't load it up into the live chat. It's a nice little fun money $500 4-teamer. You show me another service that's throwing around $500 4-teamers for shits and giggles. You're lucky to find one that actually bets $50 on a game. Let alone throwing thousands on a parlay, which we've done too many times around here. But hey, it's how you buy boats, folks. There we go. There's that 4-teamer. That's a beautiful 4-teamer. I actually took my plays added in the premium play I gave you guys all for free. And we nabbed a big one. William tuning in. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you tuning in via text. Let's see here. Let's see here. It is hump day, and we are going to have a good day today. We're going to have a busy day today. By the way, the rumors are true. There is a members-only live show, or excuse me, not live show, members-only video later today. Shortly after we get done with the live show here, I'll start working on that one. I'll film it. It's not a live show, but we do have a members-only video coming out. Paul asked, how long is the Major League Baseball early bird going to be up? Paul, the thing with the early birds is they don't tell me how long. I know it'll be up for this week, but when they're gone, they're gone. I don't get, I mean, if I could leave it up, I'd leave it up all season long, but, you know, they don't allow me to make those rules. But usually they're up for a week. So I think it came up Sunday, so at least through Saturday, you know, the next couple days at a minimum. Sometimes they're up longer, but usually they usually offer it for about a week. So you have about a week for the Major League Baseball system plays, which will include Japanese baseball and KBO as well. Muff, I see you were asking the same thing as well. Rich says, without the sheriff around, it's become a lawless chat room. You guys better watch out. The sheriff may not be here. All right? The sheriff may not be here. But the flippin' captain is here, all right? Don't worry. I monitor the chat. I see your guys' comments. And like I posted, if Edward's not here, where's our buddy Miguel? Miguel, where you at? We could deputize Miguel or Nathan. We could. Miguel would have to get out from underneath the, the bridge and whatever he's doing back behind it. But we could put him to work. J-Rock says, had Dortmund at plus 108. That last goal that they gave up with seconds to go was an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Luckily, I had him as a pick and lay and a half, so I only lost half. Got half back on that one, which was okay. Don't worry, premium plays will have their day. They always bounce back. They will get their run. They always do. They always do. It's usually premiums that are running away with the title. Jesus, not a members show today, but I'll have a members video today. Members only video will be out later today. So if you're not a YouTube exclusive member, now's the time to hit that join now button right down below. Joseph says Kyle's next play next buy is the yacht, and he's bringing it out on the water, right? I already have the fishing boat. I already have the wake surf boat. What's next? Well, I guess it's got to be a yacht, right? You're only supposed to get bigger things at each time. No, I won't buy a yacht. I got to Gotta behave. Gotta behave. Gotta behave. Got a 5-year-old that in 13 years will have to put through college. But that's not that big of a deal. Maybe one day a yacht. Goals, baby. Goals. If you don't have goals and you don't dream big, well, I promise you, you probably won't ever reach them because you won't have goals to do. SBF support, where are you guys located and based out of? Depending on which office, our main corporate office is out of Las Vegas, where most of the staff are employed out of and work out of on a daily basis. I head up the West Phoenix office. And we have one in Hackettstown on the East Coast. Little remote office there. Jesus says for $15.99. That's $14.99. Don't overcharge the crowd there, Jesus. Just teasing you. A month, the amount of content we get and hookups, it's crazy. I agree. Uh-oh. The poll is not... We got to get this poll lit. There we go. Poll is lit. Yes, Jesus, as Jesus said, SBF support. The main office is in a bathroom at a gas station. I love it, brother. I love it. I absolutely love it. Joe Free, yes, Hackettstown, New Jersey. The company has 2 employees that are employed out of Hackettstown. They've actually had that one for years. But remember, we're bigger than what you guys see on YouTube. Matt, no, but we used to, I used to actually pay Danny's office bill. Well, actually not Danny, it was when Preston went out on his own. I used to pay that office bill, if you know Preston. Thoughts on Duke? How about Duke? One step closer to cashing that big futures bet. I mean, they got to get in the tournament, right? But no, Matt, this one's not associated with Danny or any of those guys. Very close, though. Nick, did I give out the free plays today? No. Yeah, Duke, good excellent Wi-Fi. Excellent Wi-Fi in the back of the Arco AM/PM gas stations. Matt, do you know Kenny and all of them too? I know you meant JP on today's Duke game. I know you meant. I know what you meant. We're gonna see if we can talk about them. Do they lose today? They came out on a mission yesterday. Holy hell. Matt, you sold HGH. Was that for Ronnie? Because I know he's got the HGH rooms, or he did, in Vegas. I knew he had them all over. Isn't it funny? You know, somebody in the live chat actually knows people that have worked for me or with me. Matt, Danny, Preston, Kenny, Roshkin, they all worked for me at one time. Nick says, the first day at the channel and the third day sports betting. Looking forward to supporting you and following along. Thank you. Appreciate that, Nick. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Joseph says, Kyle don't need Wi-Fi. He just uses the mobile hotspot on his cell phone. No added expenses. Everything going towards the yacht. The yacht, baby. The USS Turtle races. Alrighty, sending out my plays to somebody that just signed up. Thank you, by the way. M. Yee, thank you. Glad to have you back on board with me. J-Rock says, not the Arco, that's the place my customers hang out behind. All right, the Quick Trip. Is that any better? We're at the QT down the street. Peter likes North Carolina today. Laying, I believe it was 6. We'll definitely take a look. We got a lot of games to take a look at. What a board today. What a board today. William says, Duke wins today. You know, are we going to be regretting not putting a futures on Duke to win the conference tournament? Nah. Any word on when BetOnline will be in Jersey? James, no idea. But I will tell you this much. There are a few people in this chat that live in New Jersey that were able to successfully open up an account. I don't know if they used a proxy server or what, or maybe they drove over the state lines and used a PO, but I don't know. R4047, how do you get paid from BetOnline? They're telling me 7 to 10 business days. I use Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin exclusive customer. That means I deposit by Bitcoin and I cash out by Bitcoin. Instant, baby. Instant. Gasper, the 1-year soccer package will include any soccer that they put out. Any of the regular soccer plays that they put out will be included. If they have the World Cup qualifiers, if they decide to bet on it, it will be included. It could be Portugal soccer, English Premier League. It could be some French soccer. Any of the soccer could be Major League Soccer when it starts back up. Williams has got to go over the bridge to get it. Andrew says, morning, Kyle. Bad day to be the books. It's always a bad day to be the books when you're dealing with us, baby. Paul, I'm not a fan of that idea. You know what I mean? Using a VPN. Because if you get caught, I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? So, Lalo says, wants my ID for proof of residency. I don't believe I ever even submitted my ID, but I use Bitcoin. So I don't know if I've ever had to submit my ID to them. I know with 5 Dimes I did, but with BetOnline I don't think that I did for the fact that I use Bitcoin. Joseph says, BetOnline and Bitcoin are the only deposits and withdrawals I do these days. Who needs a bank account? Exactly. 100%. Speaking of BetOnline and all of that, and, you know, it's time that we clean up the Vibe Interactive free play board and get it ready for a big day today. So, but before we delete those beautiful free plays from yesterday, you know, if you go over to our website, and you're on our website, and you take a look, and you read the very top post right here. You read this, you click on this link, and you click on this link, right? Or one of those 2 links. If you do not have a BetOnline account, and you go to our website, and you have to click on one of these links, or enter the promo code. But if you do that, and you follow these instructions, and let's be honest, half of you guys don't follow these instructions, so it's delayed, but follow those instructions right there, and you can get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays on the house just for creating an account there. But you got to follow those instructions. Man, that was some beautiful free plays. Pittsburgh over. How about Miami? Killing it? Oh, by the way, here's my parlay from yesterday. While we're on the subject of it. What a beautiful parlay this was yesterday. I took the free play that I gave you guys. And then my 3 personal plays that I texted out to everybody. And we had a nice payday. and had a nice payday. $500. Return tonight's $4,322.55. Mount St. Mary's over, Cleveland State money line, Rice money line, North Dakota State over 146. We cashed that somehow by the seat of our pants. But we got it done. And that's all that matters, folks, is we got it done. Somehow, some way, we got it done. J-Rock says, read and follow instructions, not the strong suit of people on YouTube. Matt, do I think I can break down the Syracuse game? If I'm able to, I will. We do have a play on that one. But I do have some already pre-selected and up and ready for us to jump into, including that early 11 a.m. game on the East Coast, that good old Sacramento State and Northern Colorado game. We will take a look at that early action play. Alonzo, good morning, brother. Shane says, yes, Oral was good for sure. Damn Oral. They almost killed it, though. Oral almost sucked for the day. Jesus says, Kyle, you're the only person that shows tickets and says bet within your means. You know, that's a fact. We know I'm the only one that shows tickets consistently on a basis. Now, I'm probably the only one in this industry that will ever advise you guys to bet within your means, because when you're taught in this industry, you're taught to push people past their limits, past their comfort zone. That's how they spend more money. They win more money, they're generally going to buy a bigger package. Not here. Not that shit. We do not play that way here. We never want anybody to get hurt, don't want anybody to get stuck. We want you to make money, and we want you to be able to make it consistently. So that's one thing that you'll never get from us, is pushing you to go bet bigger and more. I don't care if you guys bet, $5 a game or you bet $50,000 a game. None of that shit matters to me. What matters is that, because let's be honest, my personal plays, they had a bad week like 3 weeks ago. If you can't survive a bad run, what good is me going 14-1 in the last 5 days for you guys? Or for my clients, for you guys that are actually here that are on my personal plays. Now, for me, it would be fine because I'd be making money. But for you guys, it wouldn't be. If you can't manage that bankroll and you can't weather the storm, you won't be able to survive to see the 14-1 run. So while you lose a couple games here and there, you have an off week where you drop 5 games, and then you might have a week where you're around even. Okay. Do the math. You drop 5, and then you get juiced out, and you're about even, and then you're 14-1 in the last 5 days. Do the math on what you're up now. Now all of a sudden you're up 8 games. But if you can't weather that storm because you lost your whole wad, then there's no point. So you always have to be able to manage that bankroll and bet within your means. And if you can't, then you're just going to get your ass handed to you. Matt, no, but the name sounds familiar. Isn't that the guy with Legacy or something? So managing a bankroll and betting within your means is always very important. Paul, a.k.a. Paxton, I feel it's smarter to promote betting within your means, because if someone lost their bankroll on one bet, they might be turned off to you guys and leave. No? Gamblers are weird, man. You know, we're all weird. Look at the haters that we get. For prime example here, Paul. On the screen that I'm on, I don't see I just see, it just shows me thumbs ups. It doesn't show me, unless I open up an actual window. We have somebody came here to give a thumbs down, which generally there's, 5 or 6, 10, 12 when it's all said and done. People will actually come to watch our videos, take the free plays and bet it just to give a thumbs down. If you dislike us, look at all the people that come here and they talk shit in the live chat. You suck. You don't give out enough free plays. You this, you that, your mama this, your mama that. People actually come here because whatever reason, that's their prerogative. But yet, they keep coming back. They keep coming back because they know what we do. But yeah, generally speaking, if you lose somebody money, I wouldn't go back, in the long run. Maybe you give somebody a second chance because they're an honest, hard-working individual. So, but yeah, I just think it's better, there's more to life than gambling. And what I mean by that, I make my living gambling. So, more to life to me would be my family. And when it comes to the general person, the general sports bettor, the average sports bettor, you guys have bills, you've got families, you got diapers to buy. And while I'm in the same boat as you guys, I've got a family to provide for. If I stopped doing this, my life wouldn't change. I'd still bet on the games. I would still do what I do. Unless T-Mobile Arena. Pac-12 tournaments at the T-Mobile Arena. John goes, so you're saying bet the whole bankroll on which game, right? Exactly. I see it. I hear about it from clients. I read about it because they text me. Every once in a while I'll get, the FU message, we lost a game. It's all my fucking fault or whatever. But that shows me people went too big. And if you can't pay your bills at home, you can't buy diapers for your baby, food for your family, a toy for your little one, pay that car payment so you could actually get to work, but you don't want them to repo it. Pay that rent so you're not going to get evicted once, all the coronavirus can't evict people's shit is out of the way. AKA, just pay your bills and take care of your priorities, number one. And that's taking care of your mental health and your family. And your family's well-being. So that's why I always promote bet within your means, because so many people will go out there and they'll see, I'm on a 14-1 run. Am I going to win today? I do believe so, or else I wouldn't have bet what I'm betting. But there is going to be a time where the 3-0s stop and we have a losing day. Is it going to be today? God, I hope not, because we're absolutely on a great roll. And when you're on a roll, the only way to really clean up on the book is to press when you're on a roll. I want to keep on going and hammer the books. But eventually we're going to have an off day. It's going to happen. We'll bounce back and we'll get right back on the winning train again. But eventually we're going to have an off day. I hope it's not today. But people don't realize that, and they'll jump on board thinking that, you're the best thing since sliced bread. And you're just the next, lotto get rich quick that, hey, Kyle's hot. Let me go put my rent money on his, his 3 premium plays today. Or his 3 personal plays today. And then we have an off day. And then they're up shit's creek because they fired too big. because they see that you're on a roll. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. All in on, monster parlays. Omar says generally people who don't understand gambling. That's a fact. So, I'll always preach, bet within your means, not doing anything stupid. It's because I believe it, and I don't ever want to see any of you guys get hurt. Now, I can go put 6 figures on a game, and if I lost it, would it sting? Yeah, it would sting. But is it going to alter the course of my life? No. Would I not be able to put food on the table? No, I would be just fine. I'd be pissed off, but I'd be just fine. Nothing would change. The average person can't do that when it comes to sports betting. But I make my living doing it. So my bankroll's a lot larger. It's been built up over many years. So betting within your means is always a priority. Keeping clients above water, not drowning, is good for business, if you know what I mean. Keeping you guys healthy and fat and eating good is good for business. So, we already passed the time. Northern Colorado already missed that one. If you haven't bet it, I do lean towards Northern Colorado. Completely started talking too much about everything. But, yeah, I do lean Northern Colorado. Don't have an official play on it, but I did lean towards it. And I do believe we missed the... actually, it hasn't started yet. Getting ready to, though. I think it's going to be a fairly close one in that one. I did lean towards them on the money line. John Lowe says, I'm sure everybody's bet more than their means before. We're all gamblers at the end of the day. We are. Absolutely are. But if I could ever prevent somebody from getting stuck or getting hurt, then absolutely. North Ender says, I can't wait to drop that stimulus on the Tijuana. Absolutely, baby. Adelita's going to be rocking with all those stimulus checks. Rich, you're cracking me up, man. Rocky Roach says, love the honesty you're preaching today. Appreciate that. Nobody else will do that. Watch, there'll be some others, that other live shows or other videos that are watching, because they always do. They try and mimic what we do. Just what other people do. But it's okay. It's flattering to be knocked off. It gets a little annoying at times, but I can't lie. It's kind of flattering to know that other people watch our show just so that they can try and duplicate the success that we have and what we do. All righty. So we're going to jump into it. And it's time to start hammering the books again. All right, time to start hammering the books. I don't know where my live chat went. There we go. K Diggs, good morning. Hey, Jesus says, I don't get the haters that come here. It makes no sense. Either do I. Oliver, what's going on, brother? They hate, but yet they continue to come here. And it's beyond me. You know what I mean? It's like they can't stay away. Oliver, the pole is spinning. The pole is spinning, brother. It's lit and it's spinning. It's right there. All righty. Let's see here. Joseph says we all lean towards Northern Colorado anyway. Small degenerate wager for me. Remote work day, gotta scratch that itch, I hear you there. I hear you there. Andrew, I haven't heard it all. J-Rock says they're just attracted to you, Kyle, right? Mr. Witten says, haters are your biggest fan. They follow you and are up to date on everything that you do. That is correct. Hey, just we don't have an NBA package. NBA is part of premium plays or my personal plays, but there's not like a standalone NBA package. Marlo says, I just want to hear people say Sac State and Moorhead. Right? Two losers right there, baby. Two losers. All right, so we're going to jump around. We're going to take a look at some of the games. No particular order. Worth mentioning, Miami +3. I said, call me crazy, but I think they get the job done, and they did. Holy hell. Here they are advancing. We're going to take a look at that Miami and Clemson game today. Just to take a gander at it. Can Miami pull another rabbit out of the hat? That's what we need to know. Rich says, keep that pole spinning. Poles make people money. You're either dancing on it or you're spinning it. And for ours, spinning is winning. So, earlier in the season, back on January 12th, Boston College whooped the snot out of Miami, beat them by 22 points, 84-62. Miami got the best of them. To end the regular season. Oh, then they went into conference tournament against Pittsburgh. Another team that kicked the snot out of them earlier in the season. Back on December 16th, beat them by 15. Miami got the best of them. What's going to happen today when Miami faces Syracuse? A team that they lost 83-57 back on January 19th. We're going to break it down and we're going to find out. Mr. Daniel, Ray Daniel, welcome to the Cap Nation family. Everybody welcome Ray. Welcome to Cap Nation, Air Fryer Nation. Welcome to the green side. You, sir, will have access to that members-only video today. If you are not part of the Cap Nation YouTube exclusive club, you should. We will have a members-only video that's dropping later today. If you want to be a part of it, click that join button down below. Click the $sign in your chat. The join now in the description or the join now in the comment section. $9.99 a month to $14.99 will get you access. The $14.99 will get you double the access, at least double the access. So don't miss out. That members-only video will pay for your month all by itself today. Jesus says, sign up. It pays for itself. That is a fact. A 100% fact. All right, so popping up the live odds. That way we can give this one a great breakdown. Let's see here. Ray, you had technical difficulties, broke your phone. That's no good. Glad to have you back, brother. If you guys haven't done so, do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Help get our video trending in the right direction. All righty. Miami coming in as a 9-point dog. A 9-point dog this time. 3 yesterday, 9 today. Clemson laying the 9 minus 108. Total in this one over and under 126 points. First half numbers, Miami plus the 5. Over and under 159. Over and under 59 in the first half. Shane says, dang, should we call Edward a tow truck? Right? I got a picture The car was on had a floor jack underneath it, so it looked like things were progressing and moving. Taking a look at this one, where is the best opportunity to bet this one? When you take a look at old Clemson, the good old Tigers, finished the season 16-6 with a win over Pittsburgh, beating them 77-62. Keep in mind they just beat Miami the end of last month on the 27th, 66-58 on their own home court. Beat them by 8. Now they get Miami. Tournament play in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Greensboro Arena. Or Coliseum. Don't want to insult them. What to expect today? Miami's offensive numbers have been poor all season long. That they have. There's no denying that. When you take a look at the box score from yesterday's game, you can see that Miami shot 25% from three-point range. They somehow got the job done, shooting 25% from out deep. They did shoot 52.5% of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, which is a little over 6% more than what they average. They went 22 of 28 for 78.6% from the charity stripe. This is a 69% free throw shooting team, and they shot lights out from the charity stripe. Bravo Zulu to them. When you get to conference tournaments, it's do or die for some teams. You have to take the numbers that are on paper with a grain of salt and see how a team is actually playing. The morale, how are they, and how are they playing? Because all season numbers, let's be honest, what happened from December 16th to January 5th, or even longer than that, for their first 4 or 5 conference play games, have zero bearing over what's going to happen today. Now, Clemson beat them in Miami by 66-65 back on January 2nd. They just beat them again on the 27th, 66-58. Getting that season sweep is hard, especially when you've been barely squeaking by wins on your own home court and away. Now you're on a neutral site court, and you're going to give the team that's looking to not be swept, that if they want to get in the big dance, they have to win. You're going to give them 9 points. Let's take a look at these numbers. 48.6% shooting from the field overall for Miami all season long. 49.8% for Clemson. Clemson hitting threes at a rate of 34%. We already know Miami's a poor three-point shooting team. They're going to take their 20 looks, 18 to 20 looks, and they're probably going to shoot 25%. Anything better than that is a straight bonus. They normally hit 30.8%. All those two-point plays, 46.9% for Miami all season long. Yet they're knocking down 56.6% yesterday. Cha-ching. Clemson, poor in this category as well, 48.7%. One thing Clemson does exceptionally well all season long is knock down those free throws. 77% free throw shooting team. Joseph, it's definitely going to be a good one. That's for sure. That's for sure. 2 foul participation. Clemson in at 12%. Miami just 8%. Height advantage? Oh, there's a height advantage. There's nearly a 2-inch height advantage. It's like 1 3/4 inches for Miami. Miami will definitely be the bigger team. As far as going to the bench, both go to the bench for over 30%. Brandon Hill, welcome to the Cat Nation family. You, sir, will have access to all of our members' exclusive content. Thanks for joining the Green Side. Thanks for joining Air Fryer Nation. Everybody give Brandon a warm Cap Nation welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. As far as this game goes, at 2:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific. As far as this one goes, I do believe the 9 points is too much. I do believe the 9 points that Miami is getting is too much. Now, I don't think this is a monster play. This is one where you just go out and you fire the farm on it. Keep in mind, it is Miami. They are subject to lose on just about any given day because, well, it's Miami, okay? Yeah, I took a screenshot. You guys know what that means. It means I'm getting ready to show you something. If I can ever find it. So bear with me while I find it. There we go. But Miami plus the 9, not only is it intriguing, it's something that I'm betting. Now, I'm not betting a lot on it. It's a small free play. All right? But this is something that, to me, is worth $500. What does that mean for you? That's 1/6 of what I bet on one of my personal plays or on premium plays. All right? So do the math on that one. So here we go. Putting it up on the board. Miami plus the 9. Now, you want to see it? There you go. You want to see it? There you go. Mo spinning, Mo winning. Remember, that poll is spinning, so we will be winning. J-Rock says, damn, now I'm mixed. I like Clemson's defense, but if Kyle is on Miami, then so am I. Keep in mind their first, well, not their first, but their 2 meetings this year. There was 124 total points scored in the last meeting. And in the first meeting, there was a total of 131. With a total of 126, I think they got the number correct. I do believe that they have the number correct. I do believe it will be a closer scoring game than a lot of people think as far as the total goes as well. I do lean towards the over. I do like the over 126. I think the over first half and the 59 is very intriguing. But I'm not going to touch the total. I think there's better things out there. The over 59 is intriguing. I can see it being a very close game. Bobby says he's betting the farm. Always within your means. If that includes the farm, then by all means, mortgage it, baby. Bobby says 1/6 is like $4 for my cheap ass. Hey, doesn't matter if you're betting $4 or $40,000. A winner is a winner. We could talk about the defense. No doubt about it. Clemson's defense is quality, but I don't think they're a lockdown defense by any means. Clemson's defense, in my opinion, is not a lockdown defense. Look at their numbers. numbers. Let's go over them. Clemson, conference play only numbers. Okay, let's use conference play only because that's what they're in the conference tournament. That's what they've done recently. They give up 50.8% shooting from the field. They give up 35.4% shooting from three-point range. They give up 49% of all the two-point plays. They give up 25.1% offensive rebounds, which that's a good number. They turn over the ball at a rate of 18.7% of the time on defense. That's below the Division I average for creating turnovers. They give up more three-pointers than the average Division I team. Teams are shooting from the charity stripe better than the average that Division I teams shoot. Their defensive numbers are not high quality, in my opinion. They're sixth in their conference as far as defense goes. In the ACC, they have the sixth best defense. Now, in my opinion, it may look like they've got this giant lockdown defense, but when you play Wake Forest and you give up 39 points, that's padding your stats. Granted, they had some super low-scoring games. Louisville, 54-50. 63-50 against North Carolina. But then you look at games like Syracuse that can push their buttons, 78-61. Georgia Tech, 74-72. 77-67 against Florida State. 81-70 against Purdue. Is their defense a lockdown defense? No. The only people that they've really locked down, especially as of late, was Wake Forest. Okay, they beat Syracuse by 17. Other than that, Pittsburgh by 15. Well, Miami just got rid of Pitt yesterday. So as far as this one being, a lockdown defense, I disagree on that one just based on the numbers. Jeff, good morning. Shane says, I have it at 65-60 Clemson. I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happen, but I can also see Miami hanging strong. Keep in mind, they had two close meetings in this one. Two very close meetings in this one. I think the plus 330 is alive. I think Miami at plus 330 is live. Now, maybe they get blown out today. Maybe they do. Maybe Clemson locks them down. Maybe I'm completely just ass backwards and looking at this, and I'm riding too high on Miami. But I do believe that they're live at plus 330 on the money line. I really do. I really do, which makes the plus 9 a no-brainer to me. Throw it in a teaser. Oh, my Lord, you're getting even more points. I've got something brewing for my game of the week. Let everybody know as soon as I'm able to. But I do believe the plus 330 is live. That's a fact. Alrighty, so the other one that I've got picked out for us to take a look at, which is kind of an intriguing matchup, Washington State and Arizona State. With the old Sun Devils coming in favored here. Carlos, you're talking back-to-back about 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-old college kids who are in some of the best shapes of their life. That if you ever played basketball or you ever watched a basketball camp or practice, these kids can play more than one game back-to-back. They're very capable to play games back-to-back. But yes, Clemson hasn't played a game since Saturday. So they've had 3 days off. North Ender says the Loyola Ramblers and Virginia have lockdown defense. Thank you, Sam, for throwing that out there. Miami 4-1 against the spread against Clemson. Never says in the AAU they play 3 games in a day. Fantastic, Carlos. Glad to know you're taking Clemson as your pick. Fantastic. Let me know how it works out for you, okay? Let me know how that one works out for you. All right, so next one we're going to take a look at is that Washington State and Arizona State game. This one's pitted to be a super, super, super close scoring game. J. Rock says, since Arizona isn't playing in the tournament, all I got is to root against ASU. Right? Rooting against them today, is that the thing to do? Jeff, my brother. I haven't even gotten spicy yet. But I think that one's appropriate. Alrighty. So, the good old Cougars. Ray Daniel says, ASU, you should be good against Washington State. What's your output or your opinion? Well, we're going to take a look at this one. Washington State, guys. The good old Cougars, Kyle Smith and the Cougars finished up the regular season 14-12 in the season. 7-12 in conference play. But keep in mind, they started out the year 8-0, padding that record, beating Texas Southern, Eastern Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, Portland State, Montana State, Prairie View A&M, and Northwestern. And then it was like, oh, hey, we're going to play Arizona. And they lost to a quality team. That might have took them into double overtime. They lost to the Stanfords. They lost to the UCLAs, the USCs, Utah, Colorado twice. Lost the back end of their season against Oregon State. Lost to the Huskies. Lost to Arizona again. And just lost to Arizona State on the 27th. In overtime, mind you, 77-74. And here they are drawing Arizona State for the first round of the Pac-12 tournament at the T-Mobile Arena. Chapetti, good morning. I thought it was warranted, Jeff. I thought it was warranted. The Sun Devils finished up the regular season 10-13, 7-10 in conference play on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Utah and Colorado. Keep in mind that team of Washington State hasn't played since the 27th of February. They've had a long extended 11-day layoff. When you start diving into the numbers, let's first take a look at the odds on this one. What are the odds, Joe? Well, Arizona State comes in laying 1 minus $1.10 or minus $1.15 on the money line. If I was taking Arizona State, I would just take the money line and lay $1.15, having to win by 1 rather than having to win by 2. DSA Sports, thank you, appreciate that. Just another day in the life. Dan, what game are we breaking down? The Cougars and the Sun Devils. Washington State Cougars come in at +1, minus 105. Thomas, while I'm talking, is that pole spinning? It's making money as we speak. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Total on this one, over and under 144.5. Now, J-Rock says ASU has more talent if they can stop Remy from jacking up three-pointers. The talent level, before we even get to the breakdown, is lopsided. Arizona State by a country mile. Dan says everyone on ASU. If everyone was on ASU, you'd start to see that line move. You'd start to see that line move significantly more than where it's not. In my opinion. But again, remember, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. That's a fact. As of right now, the money is 55% on Arizona State, 45% on Washington State. However, the money line, just so you guys know, the money line is 97% Washington State, 3% ASU. So to say everybody is on ASU is very far from the truth when it comes to who's actually betting. Keep those numbers in mind. The total is lopsided. Seems like the entire country is on the under. 87% on the under, 13% riding the over. Take 2%, 3% room for error in either direction. When you start taking a look at the numbers, I can definitely plead a case why you should be betting ASU just by looking at the numbers. Washington State hits 48% from the field, 48.7% for ASU. When it comes to limiting turnovers on offense, Arizona State has the least amount of turnovers on average per game than anybody in the Pac-12. Number one at limiting turnovers at a super low 14.8% of the time. Washington State, dead last at creating turnovers. They turn the ball over like no other, 21.8% of the time. Dan, where did you see 78%? Like the Action Network or something? But yeah, I can assure you the numbers that we get are spot on to what's actually happening. Between our deal with Scientific Gaming and Stats LLC, the company spends over 6 figures a year just to be able to have access to the real numbers. What you see on other websites or the Action Network or BetQL or whatever it's called, they just show you what they want to push. All right, back to the numbers. Washington State does knock down threes at a rate of 35.5%. That's something that they do a tad bit better than Arizona State at 33.6%. Knocking down those 2-point plays. Odd Shark. There you go, Dan. They have an agenda. All those 2-point plays, Washington State knocking down a just poor 44.6%, dead last in the Pac-12 when it comes to knocking these down. Arizona State just a smidge better at 47.8%. Both knocked down a free throw quality, 72% for Washington State, 74.7% for Arizona State. 2-foul participation, both will participate. Led by Washington State, that's in it 32% of the time compared to the 27.5% for Arizona State. Height advantage, over a 2.5-inch height advantage for Washington State. The Cougars will definitely be the bigger team. But where I think this game will see a difference, obviously the defense. Washington State's defensive numbers on paper look good. However, when you actually take a look at the stats, Washington State may have the 4th-ranked defense in the Pac-12. Arizona State comes in 10th. But when you look at the numbers on defense, they're actually very similar. Very similar. Off by a percent. Is a percent going to be a big difference in this one? I don't know. Washington State gives up 50% shooting. 51.6 is what Arizona State gives up. Arizona State gives up 35.3% to three-point plays. Washington State giving up 34% to three-point shooting. 50.8% is what Arizona State gives up to all two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. 49.5%. When you take a look at turnovers, Arizona State's the second best team at creating turnovers on defense in the Pac-12. Not only is Washington State the absolute worst team on offense in the Pac-12 at creating turnovers, they're going to be up against an Arizona State defense that actually ranks second in the Pac-12 at actually creating turnovers at a rate of 20%. Will turnovers be a factor? I do believe so. Now, as far as this one goes, as far as the total goes, I think they have the number correct on this one. I would completely lay off of the total. Total at 144.5. I think it gets very close to that number. I think it within a point or two of that number in either direction, I can see it hitting. So for that aspect, I'm staying off of it. As far as the total goes, I'm staying off of it. As far as the side, I do lean towards the Sun Devils. However, if I was going to be betting them, I'd be taking them on the money line minus $1.15. If you ask me, that's what I would be taking them. Now, give me 1 second here. Les Meyer says, Wazoo baby. You know, it's going to be a tough game for them. You know, it'd definitely be a tough game. I don't see it being a blowout, but I think at the end of the day, I think turnovers are going to be a deciding factor. And I think ASU gets the job done. I think ASU is actually better than what their 7-10 conference record states. Now, granted, they needed overtime to get rid of him. Sam, yeah, 6-1 against the spread. Well, I hear that. Good thing I won't be taking the spread and laying one. I'll take them on the money line minus $1.15. So that against the spread stat won't really matter. They beat them already once this year. They split the back ends of the games last year. Washington State beat them by 2 on the road. Then ASU came back and beat them by 9 on their own home court. On their own home court. Generally speaking, these two teams play each other pretty tough. You'd have to go back a couple years before you saw anything more than a 7 or an 8 point victory by either team. I think it's going to be a close game, but that's why I lean towards ASU. And if I did bet it, I'd have them on the money line. I think ASU is the better talented team. They may not be They may not have the better overall record. Revenge narrative. No, I don't see a revenge narrative. It's the conference tournament. I want to make the big dance. So I think you get the best effort out of both teams. And if you get the best effort out of both teams and you take the best effort out of the more talented teams, I think that matters in my opinion. Sacramento State leading the charge. Les Meyer says, go Cougs. Are you a Washington State alumni there, Mr. Myers? Nathan says, I agree with your analysis, Kyle. ASU moneyline spot. You know, that's the only way I would bet it would be on the money line minus $1.15. I'd lay 5 cents more. I'd lay 5 cents more to take the money line. I think Arizona State has the better talent. And in a situation like this, I think turnovers matter, and I think talent matters. In a must-win situation, I'll take talent over what the record says every day of the week, or what the stat sheet says. I'll take talent. I'll take quality. Alrighty, so going to take a look at a couple more, see what we can do here. Going to bounce around. Now, I'm not going to take a look at it. I'm just going to go over a couple of these. Air Force and UNLV. It's kind of an interesting game. Air Force won 5 games all season long. The Running Rebels, I have been fading for a couple years now. I think they won by 5 in their last meeting in the beginning of February. It was 4 or 5 that they won. They both are coming off 2 games, losing. Arizona State lost to Wyoming. Or not Arizona State. UNLV lost to Wyoming, excuse me. And San Diego State. The fact that they actually hung strong in San Diego against San Diego State, losing by 9, I liked. They had a squeaker of a victory before that against Fresno State. And when they were winning, they were just squeaking by, except when they played San Jose State. They shocked everybody and smoked them. They beat Air Force once by 10 and then by 5. To get the season sweep is hard. As far as this one goes, keep in mind they'll be at the Thomas and Mack Arena. It's UNLV's home court, so they're playing them at home, basically, in the tournament. But UNLV laying 11.5. But somebody texted me, asked if I liked it. I do like it, but I can't bet it. I just can't trust the Running Rebels in this situation. Just can't. Taking a look at Idaho and Montana. I think Montana gets the job done. I just don't know if I can trust them laying 13. Granted, Idaho's won 1 game. Maybe throwing, Montana in a teaser is a better opportunity, in my opinion. I can see that being a good teaser spot. Nathan says, I'm not going to lie, the book branded me yesterday. I'm out for blood. That's no good, brother. Hope you get it back today. But yeah, throwing Montana possibly in a basketball teaser could be a good opportunity. Put them in a teaser with somebody like Miami, get plus a huge amount of points. Shane says, did I hear the word teaser? Right? I'm not a teaser guy with basketball, but I can see it being an option with somebody like Montana laying 13 against a team like Idaho. I can see it being a possibility. J-Rock says maybe a Montana and Miami combo. That could be a good one right there. That could be a good one right there. Taking a look at a little more. Loyola Maryland against Army. I know Army lost to them last year. I don't think they lose to them this year. Army is just relentless. I think they're laying 2.5. Lean towards Army there without jumping into a full breakdown. I don't have anything on this one, but we'll take a look at the Notre Dame North Carolina game. That'll be the next one that we do. Have time for a couple more of these. Members only video will be out later today. If you're not a YouTube exclusive member, click that join button or the dollar symbol in the chat or the join now button in the comment section or the description. That way you can start hammering the books as well. Pop up this one for you guys. One of the bigger marquee matchups of the day. Be on the ACC network. Shane says his teaser today, UTSA and Jackson State. Out of curiosity, Shane, how many points did you take on them? Out of curiosity. Jackson State, I think, is laying 9. Alrighty. So, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week breaking down games, putting you guys on the winners. We're about to do that. We already got one up on the board. I think it's time we put another one here in a little bit. So we'll see what we can do. See what we can do to change that. That board's a little bare. Little bare. Alrighty. 6 point, Shane. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Jumping into this one. Notre Dame. Hot diggity dog. Finished the year 10-14 on the year. Finishing the regular season with a win over Florida State by 10, 83-73. Made them 7-11. Yeah, my favorite place to go. Where are you, Michael? Slurpees and nachos, baby. In the ACC conference play, they went 7-11. Conference tournament. They busted up Wake Forest yesterday after being down big in that game. Battled back, won by 3. They were down 44-37 at the half. Had a monster final 10 minutes of that game, outscoring Wake Forest in the final 10, 24-11. Notre Dame shot 56.2% of all their 2-point plays. They shot 46% from 3-point range. Dropping them like it's hot. They went 12 of 26 from 3-point range. 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. For an impressive 88.9%. North Carolina guys, 16-9 on the season. 10-6 in conference play for Roy Williams and his team. The Tar Heels guys, coming off a win over Duke, 91-73 to end the regular season. They have not played since Saturday. Here they are, drawing Notre Dame after their first round bye. Notre Dame coming off their win yesterday to advance. Taking a look at the numbers. First of all, North Carolina's offense on paper is just, it looks horrible. It absolutely looks horrible on paper. But what you get out of North Carolina is different than what you get in an actual game time situation. When you look at some of these numbers, any of these numbers on North Carolina should scare you from ever even thinking about putting $1 on them. North Carolina, offensive numbers. However, by the way, their defense is 3rd in the ACC, okay? Their offense, 49.5% from the field, 32.9% from 3-point range. They turn over the ball at a rate of 21%, which is like the bottom of the pack in the ACC. They convert just 49.6% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, which is 0.2% below the Division I average. And they're don't even want to say it, but a 66.6%, 66.6% from the charity stripe. These numbers are absolutely horrible. But why are they putting points up on the board? Why are they able to do this? Well, first of all, Their offensive rebounding is number 1 in the ACC. Number 1 in the entire country. All of Division I, North Carolina is the number 1 offensive rebounding team. 40.7% in conference play. 40.6% all year long offensive rebounds. Now, when you take a look at Notre Dame's offense, light years of difference. Light years of difference on paper. Notre Dame hitting 54.3% from the field. Limiting turnovers to a rate of 15%. Number 1 in the ACC at not creating turnovers on offense, protecting the ball. Knocking down threes at a rate of 35.5%. Knocking down all their two-point plays at a rate of 55%. Knocking down free throws at a rate of 75%. Overall, the 4th best offensive team in the ACC. Quality numbers. 16th best offense in the entire country goes to Notre Dame. They're in a very efficient offense. They average 17.3 seconds on average per possession. However, North Carolina is definitely the faster team at 15.9 seconds on average per possession. But this goes. You get a faster-paced team, they usually take poor shots. Usually happens. Didi says, well, I'm not a premium player or personal play member yet, but I will assure you I will be. You are the real legit deal. Easily the most consistent I've seen over the last year, and genuinely cares about us. They need to move that screen closer. I can't read it. Such small fine print far away. Thank you, Didi. I do appreciate that. And as North Ender said, we'll be here. Whenever you're ready, we'll be here. If you ever decide you want to jump on board with us, we'll be here. Says, the Miami call, I'm taking it to a teaser just exactly the way you suggested. I'm taking it with the total, the over on a 5-point teaser for 120 at William Hill. I have a screenshot. I'm going to remove your last message, Didi. You didn't do anything wrong. I just don't want people to, there's a lot of services in here that try and take advantage of people, and you'll be added to somebody's list, and you'll be getting spammed like crazy. Mr. Brown, what's going on, my brother? Glad to have you tuning in. Glad to have you tuning in. Mr. Watkins, thanks for jumping on board the March Madness package with the soccer package. Marcus, glad to have you back on my plays, brother. I see you just signed up for the March Madness package, including 3 days of my personal plays. So I will be sending them to you right now, brother. And then we'll get back to this breakdown. Alrighty. So back to this breakdown. First of all, you got to take a look at the numbers. Notre Dame coming in at plus 6.5 at minus 105. North Carolina laying 6.5 at minus $1.15. So if you base it off of the juice, you can get Notre Dame at plus 7, which is the same at BetOnline as laying $1.15 minus 6.5. Very nice, Marcus. Just don't miss out on the System Play Early Bird Special. I don't know how long it's going for, at least until the end of the weekend. But glad to have you back on board, brother. I just texted you as well. Northern Colorado down 3 at the half against Sacramento State, 45-42. 87 points in that first half. In a game that I think had 132. Hot diggity dog. Second half numbers, Northern Colorado laying 2.5, and they adjusted that second half total to 73. Ray Daniel, very nice. I wish you the best of luck. Shane says, Edward, we're going to have to look in when Edward shows up. We're going to have to look into his tire changing skills. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty, so numbers on this one, and I don't even know where it went, but it just refreshed on me, so bear with me. But we were at 6.5. As far as the total goes on this one, I have to refresh, and I'm going right back down to it. But as far as the total goes on this one, total over and under 150.5. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate the text that you just sent me, brother. I appreciate that. As far as the total goes, I got to steer clear of it. I just can't touch it. I just can't touch it. As far as the side goes, North Carolina all year long has had their hands full. Starting out with a loss against Michigan State, losing to Ohio State by 5, beating Kentucky, losing to Duke, losing to Purdue. They have struggled all year long. Well, that was actually Notre Dame's record I was reading. But, which has also struggled all year long. In their game today, keep in mind, they already lost to North Carolina. They lost back on January 2nd. They lost by 1. Super close scoring game. Notre Dame coming off the back-to-back. They were down by 7 at the half. Had a monster final 10 minutes of the game to make a push yesterday to advance. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. As far as what to expect, North Carolina, the Tar Heels guys have been like win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 3, lose 1. I mean, that's how it's been going for them. They've had some quality games, and then they've had some letdowns. Losing by 2 to Syracuse, losing by 13 to Marquette, getting shut down by Virginia. As far as the game today goes, I think North Carolina wins. I'm not necessarily sold on them covering the 6.5, though. I think they're the better team. I think they're the more talented team. I think they get the job done. This may be something that you throw in a money line parlay or maybe tease it down. Maybe a teaser opportunity. But again, I do lean towards North Carolina in this one. Shapeni, do you have a soccer parlay today? Do I have a parlay on soccer? I didn't bet a parlay on soccer. I bet all 3 soccer games, but I hadn't put them in a parlay. I don't always put them in a parlay. By the way, on Bet Online, Miami is now down to 8.5. We have effectively pushed that number down. They were +9 when we gave them out. They're now +8.5. That money coming in on Miami. Northern Colorado up 5. Love to see that one. 50-45 is the last update that I saw. I tried betting the second half, but apparently I missed the boat on that one. Give me 1 second, folks. Getting sick of refreshing, right? Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. Nathan says he's putting Miami on a teaser. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right, so we're going to take a look at one more. We do have a members-only video that will be coming out for all our YouTube exclusive members. Later today. I was trying to see if the Northern Colorado game was on the ESPN app or Fubo, but unfortunately it's not. Unfortunately it's not. So yeah, we got to be stuck with ESPN's updates every 5 minutes. Hopefully the next one shows we're up by 15. Now, next game that we're going to do, we're going to take a look at that Duke and Louisville game. Duke and Louisville breakdown coming up next. Mr. Brown says, Sly Fox, your personals have been on fire. 14-1 run. We'll take it. We've swept the board 4 out of the last 5 days, including 3 straight 3-0s. Joseph, I do have a lean on ASU. I didn't put out a free play on ASU, but I do think they're the more talented team. But I have my personal plays. You know, I got to toot my own horn. You know, got to toot my own horn because not often you can say, hey, we swept the board 3-0. But we've done it 3 days in a row. Sunday, 3-0. Monday, 3-0. Tuesday, 3-0. Wednesday, I think we're going to have 3-0. So don't put those brooms away. Saturday, we should have been 4-0, but we went 3-1. We shit the bed on Saturday. We went 3-1. Hammered the snot out of the books, though. Friday was 2-0. So we've technically swept the board 4 out of the last 5 days, and the one that we didn't sweep the board, we were 3-1. So we'll take the 14-1 run, and we'll move it into today, and hopefully that son of a gun is a 17-1 run after today. Joseph, you got ASU as a pick last night. I leaned on the money line because the money line was only minus 115. So only 5 cents more than that. Live show yesterday was breaking out the brooms. 2-0 from the live show yesterday. And while I'm at it, because I do believe I'm sweeping the board again. I want you to know, I'm praying it's not 0-3. Nah, it won't be. Alrighty. This is going to be a monster of a day. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's get my game of the week. We'll have one. We'll have one later in the week, that I promise you. I do have my eyes set on something, but obviously need a few things to go a certain way. Shane says, dang the world tonight. I love it. Okay, so Northern Colorado last update up by 6, 56-50. Hopefully they hammer a big win for us. If you haven't done so yet, please do hit the thumbs up button. Please do hit the thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it when you do. Helps get our video trending in the right direction here on YouTube. If you're new to our channel, we're different than any other sports betting show out there. Not only do we break down games, but we shoot the shit. We talk about anything from all walks of life in the barbershop. All right, that's why there's a barbershop pole that's spinning. And when it's spinning, you're winning. All right? But we'll talk about everything from fishing, life, hunting, air fryers, to McGill living under the bridge. You know, we talk about everything. All walks of life. But the only things we don't talk about are religion, because I don't care who you pray to. politics, because I don't care who you voted for, and how much money is in or not in your bank account. However, if you're one of those individuals that wants to increase money to your bank account, you are flat out in the right place. We will do that for you. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, then the thumbs up button, then the join button, and come join the YouTube exclusive side. That way you can get access to today's members only video. Not only do you get extra content, up to 2 members videos a week, 2 members live shows a week, which this week there'll probably be more, but you also get members only exclusive discounts and deals from time to time. It pays for itself in one video. Now, Lars, your do not enter signs, is that like don't bet on Liverpool or bet on Liverpool? Shane says, dang, ice fishing is done in Wisconsin. I got to tell you, I raved about how hot it was the other evening. It was like hot out at night for some strange reason. Well, now all of a sudden we're getting a flipping cold snap, and it's supposed to rain Friday and Saturday. It's supposed to get cold and rain. Like, hello, come on. It's supposed to get a little warmer. Trying to break the surf boat out to go surfing. But no, jinxed myself, and we got a cold snap coming. In the weather, not the games. My personal plays will still keep me warm. Gasper says, Colorado in the over, let's go. All right, so this breakdown is brought to you by me. Duke, Louisville, coming up next. But first, please, don't ever be the man on this bed, all right? Please don't be this gentleman. Don't be that guy. What you really want to be is you want to be feeling like this. And if you're on my personal plays, we've been doing this a lot lately, and we're going to do it again today. Yeah, baby. We keep kicking ass and taking names. All right, Duke, 12-11 on the year. They were 11-11, 9-9 in conference play. Just smashed Boston College yesterday. Holy hell. 86-51, hands down, credit where credit is due. We talked about it yesterday, how we didn't know if we could trust Duke laying that big number. And then they came in, they took that big number, they times it by 2.5, added a couple points to it, and they still showed us that they could cover. All right, now, here they are. They're going to get Louisville. They just lost to Louisville on the 27th of February by 7 points in overtime. That was a game they should have won. That was a game, in my opinion, they should have won, and they dunked it off. They lost by 5 to Louisville earlier in the season, one day after my birthday, 70-65 on the road. Here they are, getting Louisville, round 2. If Duke wants to get into the big dance, they have to win this tournament. Hands down, if Duke wants in, they got to win. I hope they didn't just shoot their wad yesterday, because they shot a lot of it. Chef Bear says he can still bet, though. He's got that gold bracelet. Love it. Shane says I have 72-69 Duke. Matt, Miami is the only thing still on the board. By the way, we pushed that line down to 8.5. Luckily, we got it at 9. As far as this one goes, got to move back over to the odds before we start getting this breakdown rolling. Louisville, 13-6. on the season. 8-5 in conference play, coming off a loss to Virginia, losing 68-58 to end the regular season. They have not played since Saturday, so they've had a few days off. Before we do the breakdown, let's take a look at the numbers at this one. By the way, Bitcoin up to 56,967, hitting a high of 57,184 not long ago. Bitcoin up 2,900 this morning. If you've got Bitcoin, you are making that money. Lars likes Man City laying the 2. I never saw what you replied to about my comment about Liverpool. I don't even know if you did reply about Liverpool. About your do not enter signs. Dee says, I am sort of new to this, especially outside of football. I've always been able to call football, do the advanced metrics, and analysts come on finding their own mistakes. Oh, that was to Shane. Outside of football, this is all new to you? Well, you're in the right place. We will definitely help you out. That's for sure. Best show in the business. Let's make it a broom week. Absolutely, I agree. Shane says, my advice for this Duke game is take Duke money line. GameStop up $95 today. They keep doing it again. GameStop, 342. Jesus, Jiminy Crickets. Absolutely insane. Game of the week will be coming soon. That I promise you. Lars says that equals don't bet Liverpool. I figured that's what you meant, but. All right. Taking a look at the numbers on this one. Duke coming in laying 2.5 minus $1.13, minus 153 on the money line. It was minus 145 a little bit ago. Louisville plus 2.5 minus 107, a plus 133 money line dog. Total on this one over and under 140.5 points. Duke first half laying 1 over and under 66 in the first half numbers. The race to 10. Duke minus 145. Wow. Louisville plus 106. The race to 10, the race to 20, and the race to 40 at plus 118. I'll steer clear of all of those, please. Take a look at the side-by-side comparison. Offensive numbers. Duke, the number 2 offense in their conference, guys, in the ACC. Like I said, if they want in the big dance, it's my opinion. They need to absolutely win this tournament or at least have a damn good showing. Thank you, Dee. Appreciate that. Edward is here. The sheriff is in town. Everybody, all hail the sheriff, Edward. Edward, we need to know about your tire changing skills. It only took you 3 hours and 12 minutes to change one 17-inch tire. Just kidding. But take a look at the side-by-side comparison, guys. Duke, the number 2 offense in their conference. Louisville, the number 11. When it comes to defense, Duke's numbers have been shoddy. However, I like what we saw out of them yesterday. That's a fact. Duke hitting 53.8% from the field, 34.7% from three-point range, converting 55% of all their two-point plays, and they're a 70.6% free throw shooting team. Everything they do on offense, they do better than Louisville. Louisville knocking down 46.5% from the field, 30% from three-point range, 47% of all their two-point plays, and a 69.7% free throw shooting team. Andre wants to know, did Duke look good, or is Boston College just that bad? If you take a look, Andre, at the box score in yesterday's game, and you take a look at Duke. Now, Boston College, they're a subpar team. We already know that. They shot 6% from three-point range. They went 1 of 15. You and me, brother, can do better than that, and I probably couldn't make one. They went 66% from the charity stripe. They shot 54% from down low. When you take a look at Duke and what they did, they knocked down threes like it was no other, hitting threes at a rate of 47%. They went 15 of 32 from three-point range. They were only on the charity stripe 10 times. They went 7 of 10. They converted 17 of their 29 two-point shots for a success rate of 58.6%. J-Rock says, so that wrench by her name isn't for mechanic. Oh, sorry, Edward, brother. Syracuse up early, 19-11. It's early, but I like the way that it's going. Northern Colorado up by 4, 63-50 or 65-61 in the last update. 10:36 left in that game. North Ender's a little ahead of me. It says 68-64. We'll take it. Need him to make a big push. Andre, to answer your question, I think Duke just looked really good in that game. I think Duke has shown in their last 7 games of the season, they showed some promise. They had a slip up against North Carolina. They beat NC State. They beat Wake Forest. They beat Virginia. They beat Syracuse. And they didn't just roll through those teams. They were smashing them with the exception of their 1-point victory against Virginia. They lost in overtime to Louisville. They lost in overtime to Georgia Tech. Then they got smashed by North Carolina. I think what we saw yesterday out of Duke is par for the course and what we can expect. Duke has been playing quality basketball since the middle of February. You can go back even earlier than that to their 4-point loss to Notre Dame, their 4-point loss to North Carolina, their 2-point loss to Miami. All 3 of those games could have easily been wins, and they could have been riding a 9-game winning streak going into their overtime loss to Louisville. Either one of those 3 losses could have been flipped. 5-point loss to Louisville, 6-point loss to Pitt, 7-point loss to Virginia Tech. They've been close. Their record could easily have 8 more wins. They could easily flip-flop some games and been a 20-3 program. Their losses to Virginia Tech, Pitt, Louisville, Miami, first loss to North Carolina, Notre Dame, the second loss to Louisville, and their loss to Georgia Tech, all decided by a couple points, by a couple buckets. Michigan State, 6-point loss. They could have easily been a 21-2 team. Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Michigan. Well, not take Michigan out of the equation because I'm not a big fan of their coach. The 5 teams that I just named play for the tournament. They play for the tournament all season long leading up to what to expect in the month of March. So, I think somebody just said it's Duke time. Shane said it. This is Duke time. It's tournament play, baby. The cream of the crop will rise. The talent level at Duke may not be what it's going to be next year. I think Duke's going to be absolutely insane next year. But their talent level is better than most teams in all of college basketball. They have a high turnover rate every single year. Them, Kansas, North Carolina, Kentucky. The big programs always do. And there's a learning curve that comes in it. Sometimes they get a couple players that, mix real well. Crybaby kind of screwed up his team early in the season. And I'm not a fan of his anymore. Coach K, I lost all respect for him when he was being a pansy in the beginning of the season. I like to call him another P word, but I know there's some ladies that watch the live show, so I'll refrain from that one. We'll just call him a pansy and leave it at that. Not a fan of his whatsoever. Fan of him actually teaching the kids when he's in teaching mode. That I'm a fan of. Edward says, well, at least I'm still alive. Edward, did the tire stay on the way home? And you made it here, so you're alive, brother. Tire change of success. Syracuse up by 11, 25-14, 11 minutes to go in the first half, and rolling. Keep stretching that lead, baby. Keep stretching that lead. I want another win. Taking a look at the defense, because that's where Duke struggles. They showed up yesterday, but Duke struggles on defense. We already know that. Their defense has been a work in progress, and it's been getting better over the course of the end of the season. Duke's talent level next year is going to be absolutely insane. Insane. As soon as those to-win numbers come out, to win it all, you'll probably see me place a future on Duke next year. Now, keep in mind, I do have futures on Duke this year. I do have futures on Duke this year to win it all, which will probably be pointless unless they win this conference tournament. I have what? Where's my Duke numbers at? 1, 2. I have 3 futures bets at plus 10,000 on Duke. Are they going to win? Probably not, but hopefully I'll get a hedging opportunity. I got 250 to win 25,000. Then it would only let me bet $57 to win 5,700. And then I literally went back in 4 minutes later and it let me bet 200 to win 20,000. So I've got a little over 50. I got 50,700 in potential payout on a Duke championship. Is it going to happen? No, probably not. But then again, it's Duke. Who knows? But they got to make the big dance. If they don't win today, they're not making it. As far as the defenses go, Louisville has a quality defensive numbers. They're holding teams to 28.5% from three-point range. Louisville may have bested Duke, beating them 80-73 in overtime and 70-65. Beating teams 3 times in a row is hard. Dan says he's got Kansas at plus 4,000 with me. I got Kansas futures 500 to win 25K at plus 5,000. Then I got them at plus 4,000 for another 5,000. And then at 4,000 to win another 14,000. So 44K in future liabilities with Kansas. And I think we're going to have plenty of Kansas hedging opportunities, Dan. I think it's going to be a good bet. J-Rock says, Louisville hopefully makes Coach K cry some more. Sorry to disappoint J-Rock, not today. Not happening today, baby. I mean, never say never, but I want you to know, I'm sweeping the board today. I'm sweeping the board today. So, like yesterday, the day before that, and 2 days before that, 4 of the last 5 days have been sweeps. I'm not going 2-1 today. I'm not going 0-3. I'm not going 1-2. I'm going fucking 3-0. Excuse my language. Let's throw a beep in there for good measure. A little late, but worth it, okay? NC State coming back. No! 28-23 Syracuse. Let's go, Qs. Northern Colorado leading the charge 73-67. Okay, I could deal with that. All right, it's free play time. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. Make me proud, baby. Hit that thumbs up button. Help get us trending in the right direction on YouTube. You guys did pop 153, but don't stop there. There's over 200 of you here. So hit that thumbs up button right down below. To the 2 douchebags that hit the thumbs down button, well, you're just sad and miserable. Okay? I get it. I get it. $30-23. All right, we'll take it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Shane says Kyle's going to need another broom after all this sweeping. All right, we're sweeping the board. You know what that means? Hold on. Hold on. Yep, I know you guys can't see it. I know you can't see it. It's probably a good thing because the board just spelt it wrong. Want to know what's up there? Hit the thumbs up button and I'll show you what I just wrote up there. Uh-huh. Get us to 175. I'm holding it hostage. I'm going to be an asshole today, folks. I'm holding it hostage. Get us to 175. And I'll show you what's up on that board. What I just put. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I know you guys want it. Aaron says, haters lack money management skills. That they do. That they do. Speaking of haters.
This is not intended for one hater, but all haters.
Man, it's going to be a good day today. It is going to be a good day today, folks. Nathan, I love it, buddy. I love it. Dan says, is this a personal play? I don't know. I don't know what I put up on the board. If you want to know. All right, you guys hit it. Here, I'll even hit it. No, you guys didn't hit it. No, you guys are lacking. Somebody tried playing games and taking it away. Peter, Kyle, bring back your buy three, get three. If I could, I would. I'll be honest, you probably won't see the buy three, get three for quite some time. If I could, I would. But if I just had it all the time, it would have no value when we do bring it out. But, all right, so let's see if we can really push your guys' buttons. Yours says 180. I see 183. It's a popular thing to do. Can you guys get to 200? Jesus says mine says 300. Can you guys get to 200? I think you guys can. Edward says 500 thumbs ups and Kyle can negotiate, right? 186. You guys are getting a little closer. You guys are getting a little closer. Don't worry, I'm going to give it to you guys anyways, but I'm just trying to see if we can get more out of you guys. Just trying to be greedy, you know. Sometimes it's good to be greedy. Sometimes it's good to be greedy. 189, you guys are getting closer. You're making me real proud. You guys are making me real proud. Leon says mine says 209. Joseph says I've got no more thumbs up. Shane says Duke moneyline is the play on the board. Maybe it's the under. Maybe it's the over. No, I'm giving it to you guys regardless if you guys get to 200. I'm just trying to see if I can put you guys to 200. Make some of these people that are watching come out of the woodworks to get off their rear and hit that thumbs up button and then hit that subscribe button. Because I know not all of you guys are subscribed. I know not all of you guys are part of the members YouTube exclusive. Although a lot of you are, because every name in green, including Edwards Blue, is all a YouTube exclusive member. So come on. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm giving it to you anyways. But again, Joshua said Papa is proud of us. J-Rock says let me log into my Miguel account. Love it. I love it. I love it. You guys have slowed down now. You guys have slowed down. We must have topped it out. Okay, I just want to say I do appreciate you guys helping out and jumping in and giving the thumbs up and all of that stuff. So I know you guys will get me there eventually. One day you guys will crack 200. But here you go. The old Dookie is on the board. Right there, baby. I gave it out. It is a personal play of mine. I got it at 145. It's up to 153. We're going to push it to 165 when all you guys go and hammer it. All right? Don't kill me if we drop a game, but I don't think that we are. All right? I do not think that we will. And I know if you're watching and you haven't already done so, you guys are 3 away from getting us to that 2 bills. Adam, thank you. Says, as always, excellent work, brother. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. And let's have some fun. And remember, if you don't have a BetOnline account, you go to our website. If you ever create one, right here, click on those links on our website. That way they know that you came from us. Follow these instructions. All right, send me the screenshots to my email address that's right here. Not the company's, but to mine, the one that's right here. You can get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays for free, just for supporting the live show. All right, folks, Duke money line is my play. Sorry, J-Rock, I know you were wishing that they were betting against them, but again, Buddy Boheim has 16 points already. Hey, I hope he keeps on going. I hope he keeps on going and we get a lot of points. Syracuse back up to 10. Northern Colorado up 82-75. Let's go, baby. Shane, you got Duke at minus 145 earlier. Same as me. Same as me. Danny Boy, BetOnline doesn't have an option for people from Australia. They absolutely should accept people from Australia. You should have 0 issues signing up. I would think. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. I don't know. 200, thank you, folks. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Cha-ching! I would call them. If they don't accept signups from Australia, I would definitely call them and find out. Jared says, Kyle, my coworker got you 200. Thank you, coworker. Chef Bear says 201. It's going to be a good day today, folks. It's going to be a good day today. Me, Mom, you got 135 just now. Very nice. Very nice. All right, folks. Remember, members only video will be posted in a little bit. I'll be filming that here shortly. Please, good luck to everybody. Always, as I always preach, you guys wager responsibly. Shit happens from time to time. We're betting on college kids. But what's going to happen today? What's going to happen today besides that ugly, horrible frozen screen? But what else is going to happen? We're going to win today. It's going to be a monster day. Danny Boy, if you enter my name as the promo code, they'll know that you came from here. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, brother. Stay warm. We're having a cold snap in Arizona, Greg. Jesse Wright, that one had to go. I've had some bad ones, but that one was pretty rough. All right, folks, I am out. Good luck, everybody. Wager responsibly, and we'll see each and every single one of you live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. And hopefully we're counting that cash and throwing some fun coupons in the air, baby. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.